Making Moves with Monique and the Shades of Grey podcast. We are starting our new series called Ask the Builder. We are here with Century Communities, and this is my second time that lovely Kyle here has come on our show. So thank you so much for your time. I know that you're very busy, so we are going to keep it quick, guys. So my first question is, what would you say separates your company compared to others in this industry?
One of the first things would be the quality of salespeople, in my opinion. I think that's one of the biggest differences between our company and some of the other companies. It's just the experience that comes with the actual salesperson.
Okay.
Our company is not one of those companies that has traditional training or anything like that, because most of the people here are seasoned salespeople.
That's awesome.
So a lot of us have done a lot of work with VA buyers, we've done a lot of work with first-time home buyers, a lot of move-up buyers and things like that, which are a lot of what Century Community focuses on as far as their clients.
Nice. And one thing I like about you guys is that, as I mentioned yesterday in my video, that it seems like wherever y'all are set up, y'all tend to be the most affordable compared to new construction builders. Plus, they work with investors, so that's the plus, guys.
Very true.
What advice would you give?
For first-time home buyers, the first advice I would give them is making sure that they have some assistance. So make sure that they actually have an agent who is there to represent them, even if they think they may know all the answers or have all the answers from parents or family and other friends that they've been involved with. I'll still tell them to get with a licensed agent, somebody who can hold their hand through the process, and just a secondary person they can reach out to if I can't be reached for whatever.
What is your inspection process like?
So from the builder, we inspect at multiple points. But for the home buyer's sake, sometimes that's not super important to the home buyer. It's important to us as a builder because we need it for quality and control and checks and balances. But for the home buyers, they want to see their own private inspections a lot of time. And so we'll tell them, hey, go ahead and do your own private inspection. You can be here when we're inspecting. You can have your inspector here while we're doing our inspections as well. But just to make you more comfortable, especially knowing it's not going to cost you a tremendous amount of money, if you can go ahead and afford it, get you a private inspection.
Right. Yes. So typically, whenever we do the first walkthrough, the builder is here, and if you have a private inspector, he is also here. He can provide the report. Sometimes, if you can line it up with the builder and the inspector at the same time, they can kind of hit some of the major things that need to be fixed before we close. So that is always a good thing. And inspections typically run to $400 to $500. So, like I said, that $400 to $500 can save you thousands. So don't skip that process. Would you say there are any hidden costs the buyer should be aware of?
Generally, it's going to be dependent on what the buyer needs. So, like when you and I were talking the other day, we were talking about the difference between going with incentive versus going with price discount. You know, somebody can come in and see the advertised price and say, hey, can I get that plus this, plus this, plus this? And generally, they're not all stacked.
Right.
You know, so it's like, hey, what do you need?
Right.
What is the most important for you? Are you a buyer who has a ton of cash and want to be able to pay the house off as fast as possible? If that's the case, let's go with price discount and just give you all the money off the house.
Okay.
But if you're somebody who is a little bit more payment conscious and your monthly payment's more important, well then let's go with more of a full incentive. It's going to be a higher sales price, but your monthly payment's going to be lower.
Okay.
So it just depends on what's needed for the buyer.
And what is included in the base price?
In the base, so at some point we can do a little spin around this home, but included in the base price of what you see here is going to be everything, literally everything in this house, except for the move-in package, which is washer, dryer, refrigerator, and blinds. I am including those.
Oh, okay.
So that's not standard, but that is something I'm including. The blinds cost about $1,500, and the washer, dryer, refrigerator will cost an additional $3,200.
Okay.
So I
You
include
get all of that, guys. And
Yes.
we are in Stafford at Park Hill Villas, and as I said,
It is with your homestead
Yes.
exemption, it's 1.3.
Ooh, 1.3, guys, that is huge. Just call me and I can set up a private tour for you. Or Kyle can take care of you and just mention
Either.
Monique is your realtor. He can take care of you. So the other thing is they are giving you 4% towards your closing costs. So that is huge. And as I stated again, investors, you're not restricted from buying here.